at the moment we're in the full moon energy. It just depends at the time exactly the full moon. I think it was starting just to turn and go the other way at 3 in the afternoon today. So it was, you can call the full moon tonight or last night, either other. Oh, there's a love heart. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, so it's still the full moon energy. Yesterday we put our huge water filter outside. G'day, Rachel. Huge water filter outside on a chair with a huge smoky quartz on top. So the smoky quartz is getting a cleansing and the water was getting a huge cleansing and charging with the smoky quartz crystal, which is beautiful for protection and grounding and really good. So I've been drinking that water all day. Feeling really good. Did a good spring clean of the house today and saged. So it feels really good in this space. And the water, so I know with the full moon, so the full moon is a time to, that's when everyone would say to you, put your crystals outside because it helps to cleanse them. And anything else. So I'd put my oracle, if it's not raining, I'd put any oracle cards and things too, if I feel like they need to cleanse outside as well. So you can do that to help cleanse the energy. Any tools you use for spiritual work, you can put out, water, drink bottles. Often my kids will all get their drink bottles, fill them all up, put them outside in the moon, and then the next day they love drinking their magic moon water. So that's really good because it's going to cleanse you on the inside as well. And it's like saging yourself. It's just another way to do it. So it's really a nice thing to do. The full moon is also a really good time. So there's no rules about this, but you can release and do things like that whenever you want to, but the full moon will give it more power and more energy. The full moon will often help you release things you didn't even expect or didn't ask to. It's just the timing. If it needs to go and you haven't realized, it will go anyway. So I like to, during a full moon, if I'm feeling like there's a lot of stuff going on or pent up, I like to write it down. I think we talked about this last week of releasing things and writing letters to help get messages across. So you could do this during a full moon to give it more power. Just to write a list of things you'd like to release, connections in your life if you want to, and then you can burn it and send it away. You can also just stand outside under the full moon, looking at it, taking it in, and ask it. I usually just say something like, please help me to release anything no longer serving me, which is just a nice, easy, simple thing to do. My goodness, and the amount of times I've done that, and then within the next few days, friendships have changed or arguments have come up or something has shifted because it needed to shift. It's like I gave it permission. So it just goes. And so if an issue comes up, then okay, that obviously that friendship was meant to change, and that's fine. You just go with the flow. So yeah, full moon, definitely a time for releasing. It's a time of endings. And we all know because we're made up of so much water, and the moon controls the tides and things like that. So that's when, often I used to work in aged care and I have children. So I know both extremes of when there's a full moon. That just seems to affect lots of people. And yeah, a lot of people. Is anyone that's watching go a bit loopy or have more vivid dreams or can't sleep or anything during a full moon? Because I know sometimes that's an issue. Sometimes I can't sleep during a full moon. I just have a really active dream night and I just don't get much sleep at all. So that can often happen. It depends on how it affects you. Everybody's different. So that's a full moon energy. What else? Full moon. I think that's about it. Not with crystals. I know some people believe that not all crystals are best to cleanse in the full moon. They might be like, say it's a sunstone, for example. You're probably better off cleansing that with sun energy or heat. Or some say that you would cleanse your crystals in a full moon and then charge them with the sun. So whatever you feel is right. There's not a definite rule. There's no right or wrong. So just do whatever you feel good about. But yeah, I'm very happy with my smoky quartz getting charged last night. And so then the new moon is a bit different. That's, instead of releasing and letting go of things, the new moon is when you would set intentions and make wishes, for example. So again, there's no rules. You can make wishes and stuff on the full moon if you want to. It's just the energy of the moon is different, and it's going to be more effective or stronger if you do it, the manifesting and making the wishes at the new moon. So that way they have time to manifest by the full moon. It's like a cycle. And there's all different timings. You can go look into it more. I don't know them all off my head, and I should have done my research for you. But if you are interested, you can go look, because the waxing and waning moons and all the other stages are really good for certain times and certain things as well. I'm a bit lazy. I haven't got into it that much. I just do the full moon and new moon thing. So the new moon is when, and I know a great person to follow. Her name is Lynn Rivero, Lynne Rivero, Rivero. She was one of my very first mentor, and she has a great newsletter that she sends up, so you can go on her page and have a look, sharing the love. And she sends out a monthly newsletter based on the new moons. It comes out exactly in time for the new moon, and it tells you what times are the best, like over 8 hours, to do your new moon wishes. And it's based on where the moon is in which astrology sign, and then examples of the perfect kind of wishes to write based around what the energy of the new moon is. So if you want to go look her up, that I'd definitely recommend that. Yeah, so she gives great example, and you can put in your own words and change. So I like to write 8 wishes, and I usually base them on hers or add some more. I might write something like, if I can't think of specific ones I want to do, I say, I'm ready for change, show me the way, or I'm open to whatever new amazing things are coming to me, and I write it all down. This one I don't burn, I like to keep it, and I look back, and then I either save them in my notes folder on my phone, or I write it down, and then when I do the next month, I look back on the month before, and I tick off all the ones that did happen to say thank you, to acknowledge the energy and how it's changed, and to show gratitude for what has manifested for me, because I feel like that will give much more power to the next things you're manifesting as well. So yeah, then you're just constantly showing gratitude for what you actually do have and what's happened for you and what's helping you in your life. So yeah, there's some that's how I use the new moon and full moon. So I hope you learned something from that. Does anybody watching, has anyone done anything like that? Do you do anything for the full moon and the new moon, or did you learn? Please let me know if you learned something from that. It might be able to help you get a bit of a habit going, because then it's a nice cycle to have. Like new moon, make some wishes, and then by the full moon, see if they've manifested and acknowledge what has manifested, and then release what you don't need, because releasing makes way for manifesting the new. That's why today I spring cleaned, I saged the house, I had incense going as well. Release whatever I needed to with the full moon, ready, because it's much easier to manifest and be positive and raise your vibration when you've got rid of the crap as well. So do that first, then bring in the new. So yeah, just makes it easier for you.